This is a story about a camel. Now you all know what a camel looks like, don't you? It's got a mouth that goes, and it's got a great big hump on its back. And he walks with a slovenly manner, slowly, carefully, and never too quickly. This camel was going for a walk, and it was a beautiful morning, a beautiful spring morning, and the light was just beginning to lift over the trees in the forest and just sprinkle through the light, through the canopy, and light up all of the flowers, the animals and the birds, and all the creatures in the forest were beginning to come to life. And the forest had a path through the centre, and down this path went the camel. It was too big to go through the trees, of course. Slowly, slowly through the trees. He walked towards a very large tree, but underneath the very large tree lay a very large tiger. The tiger curled his tail around himself, and he licked his lips at the thought of fresh camel for breakfast. When that camel gets towards this tree, I shall spring out on him, and then I'll be a happy, happy tiger. So the camel walked through the forest, and the tiger waited patiently. Up in the tree, a little monkey was swinging from branch to branch. He was a happy little monkey. He was chattering along and swinging, and suddenly he saw underneath him a tiger. He just saw the tail twitching. Wonder what that tiger's looking at. Oh, look, he's going to pounce on the camel. Oh, yes. Well, monkeys are very mischievous creatures. If I took this nut from the tree, I could throw it at the tiger when he pounces, and then he'll miss the camel. He'll be so annoyed. It'll be really funny. And so the monkey sat and waited for the tiger to pounce, and the tiger waited for the camel as he walked slowly through the forest towards the tree. Higher still, bouncing from tree to tree, came a small squirrel, chattering also, swinging, bouncing across the canopy. And he saw the monkey poised, and he wondered what he was doing. Curious creatures, squirrels. And he looked. There was the monkey, and he had something in his hand. What was he doing? Why was he not eating that nut? A squirrel would have eaten that nut. A very nice nut. Ooh, the monkey's going to throw the nut down at the tiger, because the tiger is waiting for his breakfast. But then again, I could just spoil all that, couldn't I? Why don't I just bite the tail of the monkey when he goes to throw the nut? And if I bite the tail of the monkey, he'll miss, and then the tiger will have his breakfast. And the monkey will just be so cross. And so the squirrel watched the monkey, and the monkey watched the tiger, and the tiger watched the camel slowly plodding through the green forest. Higher still, in the top of the canopy, floating from tree to tree, tripping along, small bird was watching the whole of the forest. And when he came to the largest tree of all, he saw there was a slight commotion. The monkey that had been swinging from tree to tree had stopped. It seemed to be that the squirrel was watching a monkey, and the monkey seemed to be watching, yes, a tiger, who seemed to be watching a camel. And the bird thought, that monkey is up to something. I think I'll just go and peck him on the head. And so the bird squirrel, who waited to bite the tail of the monkey, who waited to throw a nut down the tiger, who was curled, crouching, ready, as the old camel slowly walked through the forest. And just at that moment, the camel yawned, turned around, and walked straight back through the forest. The tiger couldn't believe it. For a moment, he stayed poised. And the squirrel and the monkey, all of a sudden, he just burst into laughter. Look at you. You were waiting for that. You were waiting for the camel, and he's gone. You foolish tiger. And the squirrel who'd been waiting, he looked at the monkey and he began to laugh because he realised that nothing was happening here either. And then all of a sudden the birds started chittering and chattering as well, and soon the whole tree was alight with little animals laughing and laughing, and all the other birds and the animals in the forest came rushing to see what the commotion was about. What's happened? What's happened? What has happened in the forest? And the monkey looked, and the tiger slunk away. And the monkey said, well, nothing's happened. Why? Nothing's happened at all.